Okay, Sherelle is messy. Winter is messy. Ashley can be a bit of a butthole. And Big Jamie just needs to figure out a better way to communicate. Let's get into this review, you guys. And what's going on, you guys? It's me, your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another review of Love and Marriage DC Season 2, Episode 2. Okay, I'm about to say Episode 1, child. Episode 2. What is going on, you guys? I'm here for the review tonight, okay? I'm very late at catching it because I did not know that it came on at 7 and not 8. Because I did my live thinking that once the live is over with, DC finna come on, but DC had already came on, child. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Now I know what time it comes on. But anyway, before we get into the review, y'all know I got to do the church announcements first. And the first things first is the Whether You Like It or Not reality TV panel, which will be airing on Monday night on Terrence's platform at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:15 p.m. Central Time. And also, we will have a special episode of the Whether You Like It or Not panel for the fashionista version. Okay, we will be talking about the reunion looks. We will have the main six as well as our rotating guests, which is Reggie and El Teddy. So make sure you guys tune in for that on Monday. So with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and get into the review. So we pick up where we left off last week with the whole thing with Jamie versus Lil Jamie. Lil Jamie is crying out for help, to be honest. He's crying out for help. And I see it. And I feel like Big Jamie has enabled him to the point to where he bought him so much stuff, and he feels like because he bought him this and bought him that, then he should be happy or whatever. I feel like yes, Lil Jamie is going through a rough patch right now. He's dealing with a lot of things. There are things that's going on that he could have control over, being that he is 26 years old. But at the same point in time, Big Jamie knows that he is struggling. So as a father, regardless of the fact that he is 26, he's coming to you because he needs you. He needs that emotional support. Fuck the financial support. Give him the emotional support that he really needs. I could not imagine having a father like Big Jamie. I can't imagine because I don't like the way Big Jamie be speaking to Lil Jamie. He has this old school approach, like it's very harsh, very tough. It's a bit much, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I could not bear to have a father like Big Jamie because we would not get along because of that aggressive nature that he has. Arena tries to talk some sense to Jamie because Jamie and Lil Jamie are really about to fight. Like they are rearing up at each other, like they're about to throw blows with one another, like they're not father and son. I get it. Emotions are high. Y'all going at it right now, but that does not mean that y'all need to be trying to box and fight like y'all two mean in the street, like y'all are father and son. This should never get to the point where father and son want to fight. I've seen it with my baby brother and his dad. It's not a pretty sight. So it should never get to that point. Arena tries to talk to Lil Jamie. She was like, you're not going to fight your father in no circumstances at all. You're not going to fight your father. It should never get to that point. Every time something goes wrong in your life, you blame the family and then you cut yourself off. He said, I cut myself off from the world. And Arena said, right. And that's not a good thing. She has a point. It's not a good thing. When you're going through things, you should have somebody there for you. Instead of cutting everybody off, that's not always the best thing to do. It's not always the best thing to do here. So, yeah, he needs to figure that out. Jamie starts venting to Clifton about, Lil Jamie and his behavior. Quick tries to talk some sense into Lil Jamie, but at this particular moment, Lil Jamie is pissed off. He's not trying to hear nothing that Quick is saying right about now. So he catch me on the wayside, but right now I'm mad and I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. I understand, champ. I'm the same way. When I'm mad, I don't want to hear no tough love. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear it. Don't come up to me talking about what I need to do and what I need. I don't give a damn. Everything you're saying just might be right, but I don't give a damn. I don't want to hear it right now, period. And I feel him on that. I definitely feel him on that. Honestly, I do. So then we get into winter. Messy Winter. Winter is in the studio recording a song or whatever, and it's called, what's the name of the song? It's called Gutter Barbies or whatnot. So this girl named Sherelle comes up in here, who her face does not match her body at all. And this ain't me body shaming at all. But when I saw her in the confession, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's different. So she's up in the studio with Winter. Apparently they're friends, and she already know Ashley and stuff like that. They discuss, Arena and Ashley being the gutter Barbies and things of that nature. And Sherelle basically says, so I'm just going to let you know, I'm going to inform Ashley that you made this song about her. Well, all I can say is at least Sherelle told Winter what she going to do. But at the same time, it's like, girl, are you and Winter really friends? Are you and Ashley really friends? Or are you just really here to be the Sherelle of the show? And what I mean by the Sherelle of the show is be the bone collector. Because it don't look like you really got no loyalty to anybody, to be honest. That's the way it looks to me. Winter mentions that she reached out to Arena. She had receipts involving her kids and her man, and she said that she wanted to talk to Arena because she don't know who that is sending her stuff, but there's people that obviously know Arena that got tea on her, and she wanted to let her know about the tea before it got anywhere else. So she said that she reached out to Arena, but Arena didn't respond back to her, so she don't know what she wants to do with the information. So then, Ashley goes on this show, this local ass talk show in Baltimore. I forgot what the name of it was. And she's promoting her book, and she's telling everybody about her book. She's talking about depression in the book and stuff like that. And, that caught my eye when she started talking about depression, because y'all know that I'm an advocate for that. I deal with depression. I speak on my issues with depression, all of that stuff all the time. So most definitely I get it. So she was talking about that, but then they start asking her about Monique. And then she was like, this is about my book. Like, I ain't got time to be talking about Monique. Like, I don't know what's going on with Monique at all. Yada, yada, yada. So I would have been annoyed too. Because if I'm here to promote my product, I'm not here to talk about nobody else's separation. But Ashley just had the option to either speak on it or just say, oh, well, I don't know what's going on with their marriage, but best of wishes to them. That's all she had to say. But, Ashley is a bit much sometimes. And I like her. Don't get me wrong, but she's a bit much. However, it's Jamie and Arena again. Arena was like, well, she got all these boxes that she needs him to help her with. And he comes down the steps. He followed his ass down the steps. Hilarious moment. I know that wasn't scripted. So then they start discussing the issues with little Jamie. And I just feel like Big Jamie really just don't get the picture. You don't realize that you have failed your child by being so enabling. Like all you ever done was buy him this and buy him that just so he can be quiet. And I feel like when you feel like because you did a lot of things financially that makes everything okay. But people don't realize that the financial part really don't matter. It was more so about the emotional part, because that was my father. That was one of the issues with me and my dad. He wasn't there financially at all, and he wasn't there emotionally. And I had to be stuck at home with a stepfather that wasn't really, who was emotionally and physically abusive. So I understand little Jamie a whole lot. But at the same time, I think that Big Jamie really needs to get a grip on his emotions, to be honest, because I think that the way he talks to him and the way that he does things is a bit out of whack and out of pocket to me. That's what I believe. So yeah, no, you're doing too much, Big Jamie. I just feel like you need to do better with your communicating. And I feel like that you enabled this boy, and that's why you react the way you do. You can't enable somebody and do things the way that you did them and then be surprised with the way that they turned out. You spoiled him. You called him a spoiled brat. But that's what you created though, Jamie. And that's what you got to understand. When you spoil somebody, that's what you get. I'm not saying that you're not supposed to do nice things and special things for your kid, but if that's all you ever did, they're going to always expect for you to do that. And that's just it. That's just it. Whenever you do something like that, they're going to always expect it from you. And you and Arena have created that monster in a sense. So y'all gotta take it and y'all got to deal with it. It's just the truth. So then, they both agreed to go on to counseling. So that's just that on that. So then we get into Alicia and Ashley, okay? Ashley was talking about her book and the content of the book. And then they started talking about her mother's feelings about the book. And, she was like, I talked to my sister about my mama and, everybody afraid of how she gonna feel about the book. But I'm not really worried about how she gonna feel about the book, because at the end of the day, it's my story. That's just the truth. I mean, she did walk out and leave us when I was 16 and she never came back. I mean, that's the truth. And I definitely feel Ashley on this situation, because one thing about these parents and these damn grandparents, Okay, they don't want you to tell the truth about them. Like when it's these people from the old school, they don't want to take accountability for nothing. They feel like whenever you speak your mind up against them and say how you really felt about certain things that happened, they deem it as disrespect. And they feel like everybody should fall in line with that. With me, I'm the type of person that was raised on accountability. My mother always held me accountable for some of the things that I always did when I was growing up. I wasn't the perfect child, but I wasn't a bad child either. Like I wasn't the type that was fighting all throughout high school. I wasn't the type that was getting suspended all the time, always getting a call from the teacher, always being locked up, all that stuff. Like I was pretty much a mild kid. It was just that when I got to be older, that's when my mouth became big, and then all the fighting and stuff. It wasn't even a lot of fighting to begin with, but I find myself getting into like 1 or 2 fights after I get out of high school and shit like that. I find myself in a bunch of drama that I normally wouldn't find myself in because of my big ass mouth that I didn't have before. So I feel like, and I said all that to say this, it's just like these parents and these grandparents do not want to take accountability for their actions or take accountability for the things that they did that affected you. I got a couple of family members like that, and some are pissed off at me right now because I still hold them accountable. The way that I feel is this: if I can hold my own mama accountable who actually raised me and did for me, if I can hold her accountable for some of the things that she do, what the hell make you think I'm not going to hold you accountable? Who the fuck are you? I could give my mama the energy. I could give you the damn energy. Are you serious? They get best friend tattoos and then they start talking about Joy and, you know, that little comment that she made about speaking for single parents and stuff like that. They all discuss that. So then we get into Joy and Arena. Joy comes over to Arena's house. They discuss the party and how beautiful the party was. But then they start speaking on a speaking engagement comment where, you know, Ashley and Alicia kind of ganged up on her about speaking on behalf of all single mothers when she's not a single mother or a mother, period. She felt like it was a gang up. And then, you know, Arena basically said, well, you know, I really didn't have a problem with what you were doing. I didn't see the big deal about it. It's not a big deal, but she's not a mom. So how's she going to speak for single mothers? But okay, that's just me. We go into the Think Pink party, and Arena comes in with the Gutter Barbie jacket. Sherelle comes into the building. They introduce Sherelle and Joy, and there was an icy welcome. Okay, they were staring each other down. It was pretty obvious and pretty clear that neither one of them fucked with the other one. But according to Joy, she was in a group with Sherelle's husband, and that is the reason why she can't stand Sherelle, which is odd because Sherelle ain't got nothing to do with the group, with the band that she was in with her husband at one point in time, unless we get more tea about that, because now you don't like Sherelle. And I just look at it like, girl, I'm like, what she got to do with it? You feel what she got to do with it? But okay. Let's see. Sherelle tells Alicia and Arena about the Gutter Barbie song. She pretty much tells them about the song. And then she says her husband wrote the song, but it's not looked at as a diss record. And then, you know, Ashley said, well, the Gutter Barbies are me and Arena, so how can I not take it as a diss record? He said, because my husband don't write them kind of songs. I feel like Sherelle should have stayed out of that. Honestly, I feel like she should have stayed out of that. Because when you cool with two friends and they don't like each other, it's best that you stay out of it. And it's also best that you let both of them know, don't discuss the other one in front of me. Just don't, because it's hard when you're caught up in the middle of the BS. It really is. It's always hard. But she told them and she suggested they talk to Winter. Then she explains her side of the story. She was like, I'm the type of person, I ain't got no time for the bullshit. If I'd let her know that I was going to tell y'all, I'm not going to front for nobody. If you tell me something about one of them, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to tell the other one that you said it. And I'm going to let them know that I'm going to tell it. Stay out of it, Sherelle. They discussed the receipts that Winter apparently has on Arena's children. So Arena said that she going to step to Winter. So her and Winter meet up. They discuss the cheating allegations that Winter made on the nightcap. Everything seems to go down on Carlos' show. And then, you know, she said, well, I apologize for that. Blah, 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 blah. But Winter don't realize that she apologized for stuff and then she'll say shit and then she'll turn around and then say some old bullshit on social media. Granted, I like Winter. I feel like she made the show interesting last season, but we've got to keep it a book and keep it a stack of stacks. She messy as hell. And I just feel like, why on earth would you even bring her receipts about the kids? I just feel like this, and this is pretty much the end of the review, you know, but I just feel like this, like, I wouldn't feel comfortable telling nobody what nobody said about their damn kid. Like, Period. I would have deleted them damn receipts and called it a day. But Winter, you want to be messy, and that's just what goes down. So she read them DMs and they were not flattering. But that's pretty much it, because this is a to be continued episode, just like the last one was. One thing I will say is, even though this review wasn't that eventful, to be honest, I will say that the season is looking like it's going to be better than the first one. This episode was a filler episode to me, which is why the review was kind of short. But I think it's going to get better. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to try to keep it cute and keep it pushing with the review. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do. So before I get up out of here, just know that I'm nominated for 2 Boss Babe Awards. Voting starts on February the 1st and ends on March the 1st. So make sure you guys vote for me for Best YouTuber of the Year and Podcaster of the Year with me and Jamar. Make sure you guys do that. And also, that's pretty much all that I got for you guys. So be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my IG, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boy is out of here. Until my next video, I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye, y'all.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Tramel. I just wanted to say that I have a new project that's out. It's called Mixed Feelings. It's on all streaming platforms. I would hope that you would go and check it out. It's a really good feel of an album. It's got everything you need and more. It's got R&B, it's got a little bit of pop, it's got a little bit of hip hop. It's everything that you need and more. It's out all streaming platforms, like I said. Please check me out, and you can also follow me at IAM_Tramel. That's IAM_TRAMEL. Check me out. I hope to hear from you.